Welcome back to Green Devils, and this is the watch-along for the final game of the Premier League season 2024-25. And look, it's kind of a nothing game at this point. Playing for nothing, which has pretty much been the way for the past couple of months, in all honesty, in terms of the league anyway. And obviously most of our focus was on the Europa League, which ended with a more than a damp squib, as they say. Such a disappointing result last Wednesday. And yeah, now it's just, it's just getting through this game, get into the summer, and focus on recruitment for next season. Obviously the big story kind of over the weekend was the story of Garnacho. Has apparently been told by Ruben Amorim on Saturday morning. He held a team meeting and informed the squad that he was going to be the manager next season, and told Garnacho that he can go and find another club. And obviously, look, this is on the back of comments that he made after the Europa League final, where he basically said he should have played more than 20 minutes in that final. That, he, up until that game, he played nearly every minute of every game, and he was disappointed to play only 20 minutes in the final. Basically, kind of saying we probably would have won if he was starting the game. But I mean, in terms of the reaction, yes, you want your players to be disappointed. But to publicly come out and do what he did, I think it's not on, because you don't come out and publicly criticize the manager. There's only going to be one outcome, and we've seen the past. Cristiano Ronaldo obviously being the obvious one. When he came out and did that interview with Piers Morgan, that spelled the end of his time at United, and I think it was only a matter of time before this happened. And with Garnacho, it's not the first time he's had these issues. Obviously, his brother, on social media, has played his part as well, in this, obviously criticising the club and the manager as well. But I've seen this morning Garnacho's girlfriend has posted a picture of a Man United kit, and with a caption saying the final game, and a crying emoji. Now look, that's, it could be just on, take it at face value. Yes, it's the last game of the season, but you could look at it another way, and it's the final game. Is it his final game at United? And I think as well, this could be the final game for a lot of players in this team. And I'm just looking at chat there. Sam from Real Reds Talk is in. Find it nearly impossible to give a shit about this game. You're absolutely right. It's, as I said at the start, it's a completely nothing game. It's just, we're just going through the motions now today. And looking at the starting lineup, on one hand, I'm kind of surprised it's as strong as it is. Given that it means nothing. I think a lot of us probably expected a lot more of the kids to start, are starting to be involved. But I think the main points to look at here is the exclusions from the squad, not just the lineup, but from the squad. Obviously, Onana is completely dropped, and so is Garnacho. A story came out this morning that apparently Onana and Shaw have both been told as well that they can find new clubs. So, I think it's telling that all three of those basically have been left out of the squad today. So now I know Ruben Amorim said, he was asked before the game on TNT about Garnacho and Onana being dropped from the squad, and he's basically said, like, they will be on the plane to Malaysia next week. They're not in the squad today, but they're still a United player. And look, he's going to say that. He's not going to come out and say that, he's played his last game for United, we're never going to play him again. Because you're kind of you're putting yourself on the back foot in terms of trying to move on then if if that is the case, because as soon as you put it out there publicly that you do not want that player at your club, if you're looking to get 50, 60 million for him, clubs know you want to get rid of him, so they're going to come in, and every club is going to come in and lowball you for a deal to get him signed. So, you're kind of, a manager will never publicly come out and say, yeah, he's gone, he's done at this club. So in terms of that, yeah, look, I mean, they will be involved in pre-season, and to a lesser extent, Rashford and Sancho still have to come back, so there's a lot of ifs and buts now over the next couple of weeks. But you'd be hopeful that from almost tomorrow, another couple of days before the window actually opens, the 1st of June, so it's opening slightly earlier this time because of the Club World Cup. So I'd be hopeful to be deals getting done this week. When that window opens, obviously there's a couple of players that need to move on. There's a couple of players that we are already linked with, and deals have possibly been done. In terms of personal terms, like Cunha is one. Rumours about the lap. There's a couple of free agents I think we're linked with. Jonathan David is one. There's plenty of players. Look, it's Man United. We're going to be linked with nearly every player, but yeah, look, I mean, in terms of the lineup, it's Bayendier on goal. Personally, I probably would have started Tom Heaton, given that it's likely to be his last game for Man United. He's set to retire, I think, at the end of the season. So it's a pity he didn't start. But at the same time, I think Bayendier is the one that they're looking to sell. So it's an opportunity for him to kind of show what he can do. In terms of the back line, Lindelof, Maguire, there's not much you can say about them. Good to see Aidan Heaven start. Young player for the future, needs experience, needs minutes on the pitch, which is fine. Mazraoui and Dorgo with wing backs, we've seen what they can do. They've been pretty solid. Dorgo obviously has had moments, but he's still only young. So, and then obviously your midfield, you're looking at Bruno and Casemiro, two players that potentially could be playing the last game for United today. Obviously, there's the story that Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia have come in for, or they're looking to come in for Bruno. A bit of 100 million plus. Now Bruno has said that he wants to stay, but from a club point of view, it will be hard for them to turn down that size of an offer if they're serious about rebuilding this squad for the future. You're talking, there's arguably 10, 12 players that need to leave this summer. You're not going to replace all of them, but if you're looking to move on players, obviously your best opportunity for a rebuild is to be selling your highest value assets, which you're looking at Bruno, you're looking at Garnacho, to a lesser extent, and then you're looking at Kobbie Mainoo as well, who is 100% profit. Obviously, you'll be looking to sign or to get rid of Sancho and Rashford as well. I think Amorim has been pretty clear that their days are done as well. So in terms of the players moving on, it's a real possibility. I think most fans would say we do not want to sell Bruno. He's been the one player that has consistently performed all season in what has been our worst season ever. He's been the one constant that you could rely on to get us through certain games, and we realistically would have been in a relegation battle if Bruno Fernandes wasn't at the club. So he would be a massive loss if he was sold. But it's a sizable chunk of money that would have to be invested very, very wisely to replace him. And look, you're not going to replace him like for like, but there would be an opportunity to invest that money back into the squad and get 2-3 decent players that would improve the overall squad. But yeah, I think it's an interesting one to keep an eye on. And obviously, Casemiro is another one that is very likely to go. Obviously, given his high wages, and given his age and how he's performed in the Premier League, he doesn't have the legs anymore to keep up with the pace of the Premier League. Yes, he was fantastic throughout Europe this season, but we don't have European football next season. So, but look, on the flip side of that, we have one game a week, so maybe we may be able to manage Casemiro a bit more. But it's those high wages that you'd arguably need to be getting off the books. And yeah, then obviously up front you're looking at Mount, Ahmad, and Highland. I'm surprised Highland is starting, to be honest. He's been so poor. Anytime he starts, we're essentially starting with 10 men on the pitch. But yeah. But look, we're just kicking off there now. Another kicking off back to Bayandero, plays it long. Flicked on, but I know for a throw. But yeah, I mean, look, it's a nothing game. But yeah, let's wait and see. Just looking at the chat there. Sid is in the chat. Hope you're well. I know we've all had enough and wanted to see the young ones, but the manager can't be seen bidding off any games. Strongest team he has today. Yeah, and look, they have a duty to the Premier League, to make it competitive. We've seen in the past, from a United point of view. As Mount bringing it forward out to Dorgo. Bruno now. But like we've seen in the past, anyone who's old enough to remember when we were up against Newcastle for the Premier League, and it was 12 points behind at one point, and we came back and bet them. There was a time there when Fergie caused Kevin Keegan to have that infamous rant. He accused one of the teams of putting out a weakened team against Newcastle, to help them in the title race. So, you can't, there could potentially be serious implications if that was to happen. If you put out like a completely weakened team full of academy players, with no first team regulars in it, you're asking kind of for trouble. So, and on that hand, yeah, you do want to be seen your strongest team, and there's also pride. I mean, it seems a bit stupid talking about pride given the season that we just witnessed, but United should be going out regardless of where they are in the tournament or where they are in the league or anything like that. Man United should be going out trying to win every single game. So you definitely want to be seeing that. It looked like a decent tackle here from Mount, but he kind of caught the man first and then trapped the ball, but the referee gave a free. But yeah, Notch in the chat. The long beard is gone. Yeah, look, I got rid of it last week because it was way too hot. I couldn't handle it. Obviously, I decided to grow it out at the wrong time of the year. I'm gonna keep it short for the summer, and then come September I'll start leaving it grow again, just to yeah. Ooh, good ball back. Good save from Martinez. Pull back to Mount. It's Highland now, whipped it back in. Mount, oh, another good chance. Martinez again with the save. Two very, very good chances for Mount. Good play from Mazraoui. Good strength. Pulls it back. Mount with the first time shot. Martinez saves it. Just saves it with his knee. Ball goes back out then. Highland whips it back in. Good, decent cross. Decent header, but it's straight at Martinez at the front post. There's two very, very good chances for United early on. It'll be interesting to see how United perform in this game, because there's going to be people that, if United go out and perform in this game, that inevitable conversation will be had is, where was this performance all season? And they'd be right to ask it, because the performance in the league has been absolutely shocking. Right throughout the team, not just there's no individual players that have contributed to the poor performance. Is right across the board. Obviously, Bruno is probably the exception. That is the only one that's been performed. Oh, that's a bad touch from Heaven. It's okay. Aston Villa have given it away. Londoro, good strength. They lost the ball, but did well to win it back. Yeah. Right. Oh, pull back. Ahmad. Bruno. Oh, straight at Martinez again. It's been a decent start from United. A couple of early chances. And a lovely little 1-2 between Ahmad and Mazraoui. Puts it back to Bruno on the edge of the box, and it's kind of slightly behind him, so he kind of has to almost dig it out from underneath him, but straight at the keeper. There's Ahmad now on the right. Pulls it back to Lindelof. Actually, yeah, Lindelof is a free out. Soft, but I think Lindelof is another player I was actually being informed that he's not part of Amram's plans, and will be moving on at the end of the season as well. So it's good to see. Excuse me. It's good to see that the clear out is kind of almost starting already. The season isn't even over yet. So good tackle from Heaven. That's really getting stuck in again. Well done. Wins the ball back in midfield. Releases Dorgo on the left. Oh, Highland making a run, but Dorgo never played him in. Oh, well done, Mount. And again, trying a shot from there. Should be trying to just whip that into the box. Looked like he was trying to take a shot. Samira with an effort from outside the box. Mazraoui just lays it off to him, and he just tries to place in that corner, but it's probably just going wide. Martinez comfortably saves it. You just know if we win this today, that it's going to be all over social media. Like, where was this performance? And yeah, it's rightly so. It should, that conversation should be had. Why did it take the final game of the season after defeat in the Europa League final to Spurs of all teams for United to actually go out and put on a performance in the league? Especially when we're playing for nothing. Literally just playing to make sure we don't finish 17th in the league. It's... But yeah, look, there's still plenty of time left in the game, but it's been a relatively strong start for United. Well done, Ahmad. Should be a free. No, not given. Maybe went down a little bit too easy, but looked like he caught him. Suppose another... Oh, that's a loose pass. There's Ahmad. Mazraoui over on the right. Things back in. Oh, cross to the back post. Back to Mount. Oh, hits Highland and goes away from the goal. That's 3 very, very good chances for Mason Mount already. Touch from Maguire. Laid off. Mount has been more or less involved in everything that has to be offside, I'd say. No, not given. Oh, Ahmad! Just wide. Oh. It was well played from Mount. Down that left hand side again. I was just saying he's been involved in nearly everything. It was a lovely little dink cross just over Highland's head, and Ahmad, it just kind of lands on Ahmad's foot. He tries to guide it towards the goal, and it's just past the post. Martinez was beaten. There's the strike from Mount again. It looked like it was on target. Actually, I'm not actually sure if it hit Highland or the defender. If it was the defender, it was a great block. And Bruno tries a little flick, but doesn't come off. Villa can break. But United are pressing from the front, not allowing him out, which is good. Stops the counter attack straight away. I mean, 13 minutes in. It's been all United so far. I barely remember Aston Villa even getting out of their half yet, which is been pretty good. A great ball from Maguire. Villa have it now. Aston Villa out of their half. That's a good ball out to Watkins. Up against Maguire. Ooh, ball played across. No one getting a block on it. As McGinn headed away by Dorgo. Mount takes it down, but he can't get rid of it. Villa have it back. Ball in. Well headed away by Maguire, and Dorgo prevents the corner. Brings it away. There's an important header from Maguire there because Watkins was in there. Bruno. Let's go kick. Yeah. Stuff. There's a cross in from, I think it was Asensio. That was landing right on Watkins' head. Such an important header from Maguire. Can we watch it on your screen, please? Unfortunately, no, because of copyright. The channel will be shut down. It's a foul on Casemiro. And showing some of the players that aren't in the squad up in the stands watching on. And then my computer's doing something weird there. Oh, did well to keep it in. Well done, Mazraoui. Oh, he felt his hamstring straight away. Oh, it's not good. Sprinting across to make the tackle. Had to strain his hamstring. That's not good. I doubt they're going to risk him. Because I think Amram was asked before the game as well. There's a couple of players. I think he was asked why Yaro wasn't playing. And obviously Shaw. I think he basically said that they both have a foot injury, and especially with Yaro, he didn't want to risk a serious injury, so he's saying obviously he's trying to protect the future of the club, which is good. So it'll be the same at Mazraoui. You don't want to last game of the season complete dead rubber. You don't want to be risking any kind of a serious injury, and Delo's getting stripped and ready already. It's good to see because I don't want the whole summer being hampered by injuries. Let's get him off the pitch and let him rest it. Hopefully it's just a strain and nothing too serious. But United down to 10 at the moment with Mazraoui off the pitch. Paying there quick to gather. Well done. Yeah, Mazur, he's just going straight down the tunnel now. Getting a good reception going off. He's been one of our best players this season. Yes, you could argue the bar was pretty low, but look, he's it was great for us, though, in fairness. Ooh, good ball. Heaven can get there already. Oof. Ooh. Villa players that side, I think it was Watkins, was it? He did well to get back, though, in fairness to him. He just got caught. Yeah, he got caught out of position. Looks close, though. Looks tight. He did well to get back, though. Yeah, just used the strength, just muscled him off the ball. Good play. Another one of those young players we bought. Obviously, look, he only came in January, but you know, he's shown glimpses of what he can do already. Just a break and play here for. No, it's just delaying the start, I suppose. Just slow to restart the game. The long ball up front. Good tackle from Casemiro. Bit of recovery, but United pushing back. It was good. Header by Maguire. The door go. Can't late there. Oh no, no. Good ball. Mount. Good turn. Oh, tries to feed into Highland, but a bit congested in there. I'm just trying to look at something here because TNT Sports just put up the Premier League table showing that obviously Spurs must be winning, I would imagine. They're beating Brighton. Okay, I was wondering because I couldn't see Spurs on the table, but obviously that shows you how tight it is. You know, as it stands, um, you know, with Tottenham winning, like they were only a point ahead of us they were a point behind us in 17th. Currently one up. We're drawn, and they've jumped up to 14th. Now there's another big jump then up to Everton in 13th, but still, just shows you how tight it actually is in that kind of midfield battle out at that bottom half. Liverpool currently losing to Palace. Ahmed was late there on Anna. It didn't look. Oh, he kind of pulls out of it, in fairness to him. He's trying to kick the ball and he just gets there before Ahmad, but Ahmad kind of realises and pulls his foot out. Still kind of catches him on the front of the shin, but you can see he was pulling out of it. Bum, bum, bum. He looks to be okay anyway. Still limping slightly, be a sore man, but nothing serious. He'll be okay. Dog was caught. That'd be free. Free kick in a dangerous position here now for United. Need a good delivery here now from Bruno. Island standing around the penalty spot. Oh, they take it short. Bring it with him. His Mount pulls it back for Doggo. Bruno crossed it in. Back post. Oh, they get there as well. Oh, good turn, Maguire. Oh, well done. Pull it back. Here's Delo. Oh, smacks it off the post. Aiden Heaven. Oh, let's get scrappy. That's a corner. Oh, Heaven was so close to getting a debut goal. Well, not a debut goal, but his first goal. Delo smacked it off the post, though. Good cross from Bruno. Oof. It was Heaven actually won the header. He's lying down the ground injured. He's offside when. Yeah, Heaven's offside when the low shot comes in. When it falls to him, I think the offside flag went up then. Great effort from Delo. Oh, keeper was beaten. Oh well. Jeez. United have had 85% possession in the last 5 minutes. I'd say they've had pretty much the same, I'd say, as the opening half an hour. Pretty much. Back to Maguire. Oof, ball touch. Back to Ahmed. Bruno dinks it in. Delo pulls it. Ah. Delo looked a mile offside, but he wasn't. Tried to play it back into Highland for a tap in, but defender came back. Oh, he's on. The right back is keeping him on. And he just tries to play it into Highland. And, it's behind him. Behind Highland. Oh, where was his performance last week? But should be winning. We should be at least 2 up by now. Ball in, but Martinez saves it. Casemiro offside, is he? He's just off. And a bit of a push there as well, but United look like an absolutely completely different team to what we've seen this season. Poor ball, but managed to get it back. As Bruno the Mount. Oh, comfortable save for Martinez. Takes a bit of a deflection. Jesus. 8 attempts on goal from United, 5 on target. And Aston Villa haven't threatened the goal at all. They haven't even had any efforts yet. 34 minutes gone. Villa. Good cross in. Oof. Just over everyone. Now for a goal kick. By Watkins on Dorgo, I think. Or Heaven. Might have been Heaven, actually. So, just too much on it. Delow never getting that. And Lindelof just trying to play it in behind for Delow to run onto it, but far too much on it. He's never going to catch that. Bruno down to Dorgo. Bruno's kind of shown Bruno's kind of playing the way, like he's trying to show the club, do not sell me. He's having a great game so far. That's a good tackle from Ahmad. Ball over the top from Highland to Mount. Say Highland, get in there and help him. Close him down a bit quicker. Oh, missed it. Oh, Heaven will win that race, yeah. The sloppy bit of a pass back there from Maguire. Nearly let Villa in, but Heaven was alert. This looks pretty comfortable for United, but much like the rest of our season, we're creating chances, but just failing to put the ball in the net. Mount has had our best chances. And then obviously Delow smack him on off the post as well. Martinez is beaten. Here's Aston Villa. McGinn. There's a shot. Good block from Ahmad again. Ahmad's having a great game. While on Delow, good strength. It's going to be a corner. I was just going to say, we look to be reverting back to form there. We're dropping deep, playing the ball back out. Villa are pressing us high, and we make a mistake, and we nearly allow Villa in, only for a block by Ahmad. They would have had a shot on target. Corner now for Villa. Heaven got a flick on it, but only flicked it to the back post. As well played though. Why are they slowing it down? That's a good ball, but nah, Martinez should get that though. Yeah. Chance of a break, and then Dorgo just slows the ball down and turns back the way. 5 minutes to go. In for a goal kick. Oh, the Aston Villa fans in fancy dress. For whatever reason. That's the United throw. Okay, looked like a United throw. Strength from heaven, though. Corner now for Villa. Good ball in. Bain there punches it out. Decent punch too. And then let's get out. Well, let's get it. That's all the way out. Well done. Goal kick. 2 minutes. Oh, Highland's in. Oh, that's a red. That has to be a red card for Martinez. He clearly took him out. That has to be red. It has to be. My God, that's just fucking crazy for Martinez. What the fuck? What the hell, like? He completely took him out. Like, like how? He had to go. And that man's after getting booked for something. There's a terrible back pass. Highland just touches it past Martinez and he just makes zero attempt to get out of the way. He keeps running straight for Highland. Yeah? He just goes straight for him. Oof. That's a red all day, like. I honestly don't know why Ahmad's after getting booked. Oh, maybe because he was... I think Ahmad was calling for a card. Yeah. You can see Ahmad, they just showed another replay from looking across the pitch. And Ahmad's running over straight like that. Looking for the card, so that's why he got booked. That's absolutely crazy from Martinez. And we're linked with him. That's genuinely crazy. It's a poor back pass. Villa and the Highland is in. But oh. Oof. That's like it may as well be a clothesline. He just makes absolutely zero attempt to get the ball. That's just madness. He still hasn't left the pitch. So it'll be interesting to see who they take off Villa now, obviously, to bring on their substitute keeper. Such a crazy decision from Martinez to do that. I'll have to bring someone off now here to bring on their keeper. I think they just said it's Marco Asensio is coming off. Tis, yeah. So at least that's one of their goal threats gone. Well, not just goal threat, one of their attacking threats. And I feel sorry for Asensio there. Like, you always feel sorry for the player that has to come off, for especially when it's for something as stupid as that from the keeper. Now, what would be the ultimate punishment now is we punish him now from this free kick. It's a good 35 yards out, anyway, 40 yards out. It's going to be a ball into the box, but play it short. Back to the low. That's shocking. That's shocking. Plays at the door on the edge of the box and he just touches it, lays it off for Delo, who hits it first time, and it's a good 20 yards over the bar. Shocking. Oh, headed by Maguire. Cut out by Heaven. Good strength again. Oh, well on Casemiro. And he's gone over the advertising boards. Did well to keep that in. Oh, that's a bit of a wild pass from Dorgo there. They managed to get away with it though. That's surely it now. Yeah, there's half time. Oh! Oh. The whistle goes as Mount is played through down the left hand side in acres of space. Look, we are half time. Oh, Liam in the chat. Well, how are you? How are we doing? I'm well. Yeah, look, half time, 0-0. Arguably, United should be about 2 or 3-0 up. Mason Mount had a couple of decent chances early in the first half. Mazraoui then went off, but was it about 20 minutes in? I think it was about halfway through that first half. It felt his hamstring there as he was running back to challenge Asensio. So Delot then came on. Delot had a fantastic chance, smacking it off the post, and then obviously Martinez then has that brain fart moment right on the stroke of half time and comes out and completely clears out Highland when he was through on goal. Look, it was a difficult chance that he would have had if Martinez had let him go. He was going wide, but he would have had a shot at goal. But like, you see the nature of what he did. It's a red card all day. Like, zero attempt to get the ball, and he was the last man back. It had to be a red. But yeah. Name saying, I was listening on News Talk. It sounded very good for once. Yeah, look, and that's what I said kind of during the game as well. It's inevitably now you're going to have that conversation where was that performance on Wednesday in the Europa League final? Because they've come out in this game looking to win, and they should be winning by 2 or 3 goals at this stage. Whereas on Wednesday, like to be honest, look, neither team really looked like they wanted to win it. But then there's the argument: where was this performance been all season in the league, especially? We've been absolutely shocking. But look, we've been decent today, creating chances. But again, while we've been decent, again, it's looking like it's the story of our season. We're creating chances and we're just failing to put the ball in the net. And look, I mean, a lot of the chances we had were kind of half chances. Delot's effort obviously was a fantastic strike from the edge of the box. Martinez was beaten, and it just hits the post almost dead on and just comes straight back out. A couple of inches to the side, and it's buried in the back of the net. Mount had a couple of decent chances. They're kind of more or less straight at Martinez. There was one save I think he had to dive for, so it was decent. But yeah, look, I mean, it was always going to happen if they come out and performed well in this game. Straight away, you're going to be asking, why couldn't you play like this all season and even last week? But and yeah, actually, that's it's obviously a good point as well Liam is making there. I bet they heard the rumours on who should be sold now that we lost the Europa League, and none of them want to lose their big money contracts, and I think that's part of it. But look, I think at this stage Amarim knows. He already knows. He's not making his decision after this game. He's been there since November. He knows what players he can trust. He knows what players he can rely on, that when he puts them out on the pitch, they're going to perform for him. And we've seen over the last few months how many players in that squad have actually been consistent and obviously top of that list is Bruno. He's been the one player bar that Europa League final where he had, look, being honest, he had a terrible performance in that final, but he's been a fantastic player all season, and he, on one hand, he needs to be kept just because of what he adds to the team and what he brings. It's going to be very difficult to replace what he brings, like. But again, as I said at the start of the stream, it's for the club. In terms of the club, they're going to find it very hard to turn down an offer over, in excess of 100 million for a 30-year-old. Yes, he's our captain, but if personally, I don't want him to be sold, because without him, we would have been relegated this season. He's been the best, most consistent player all year, and without him, we'd be absolutely nowhere. And he's our captain, and he stepped up when it mattered, with the exception of the Europa League final. But the whole team throughout was shockingly bad. So personally, I don't want to see him sold. But from the club point of view, it would be hard to turn down that money, especially if they're serious about rebuilding the club, rebuilding the squad, and going, if they're serious about that 2028 plan, or that Project 28, whatever it was called, where they want to be winning the league by 2028. If they're serious about it, then look, if an offer in excess of 100 million comes in, it's going to be very hard for them to turn that down. The only worry is investing that money back into the squad and getting the right players in to replace Bruno, which you're never going to do unless you're extremely, extremely lucky. But I've seen it mentioned on online a few times. I've seen it on other channels. They've mentioned it as well. It's, if a lucrative offer comes in for Bruno, it's our version of Liverpool selling Coutinho when Barcelona came in for him. They got over 100 million for him, and they invested back into the squad. I think they brought in Alisson and they brought in Van Dijk that summer. And they've been two of the most consistent players over those couple of years, and they won 2 leagues. So but it's all about that recruitment. Even without selling Bruno, if we don't sell Bruno, obviously we're still going to be going out and getting players, but the recruitment has to be spot on. I said it a couple of times this season, especially in the last few months. The summer window coming up is arguably the most important in United's history, and certainly in our recent history. If we don't get the recruitment right, we're going to be in for another horrible season. But what I will say is, with the board that we have in place now, you have Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, Christian Vivelli. The players that we signed last season, you have Lenny Yaro, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Ugarte. To a lesser extent, Xerxes had a tough start, but he's come good. Dorgo in January and Aidan Heaven. The recruitment in the last year has been pretty decent, but it still needs to be better than that this summer. It looks like we're getting Cunha. Looks like the deal is already done. It's obviously waiting until the transfer window opens now to announce it and sign on the dotted line. He instantly upgrades our forward line. With Garnacho looking like he's going, There's an opportunity. Ryan Cherky from Leon is a possibility as well. He very, very likely improve our forward line as well. We still need to get a striker. Talk of Liam Delap from Ipswich, getting him for 30 million. Look, he's not the superstar that we need, but he looks like he's a player that has the right mentality that will thrive at United. He score 11, 12 goals for a poor Ipswich team that got relegated. He's definitely scored more goals than Highland in obviously a poor performing team as well that avoided relegation. And we've been creating chances. And in recent weeks, starting with Highland, he has added very, very little overall in games. And we've almost been starting games with 10 men when he's been on the pitch. So I think getting Liam Delap in, while he's not the prolific goal scorer that we probably need, he's an improvement on what we have. And I think arguably we need another striker as well. Personally, I would like to see us get Gyökeres, given that he played most recently with Amram at Sporting. He played in that. He knows his system. He knows what he wants from him. And I think given the right attacking players around him to give him service, he would be an unbelievable signing for us. And I know everyone says the likelihood of us signing him without European football is fairly low, but Amram himself came out and said it weeks and weeks ago when it was first rumoured. I think when we were first kind of linked with Gyökeres, well, maybe not first linked, we were linked with him in January, I suppose, but when we were linked with him a couple of weeks ago, there was a report came out and said that this player and this player, I think Gyökeres is obviously one of the players that we're mentioning, saying that they will only move to United if they have European football. And Amram, rightly so, came out and said, if a player only wants to come to United to play in a certain competition because we have European football, then we don't want them at United, because they're obviously not the right type of player that we want. They don't have the right attitude, the right mentality, because they're not going to perform at their best, because they don't really care about the club. They're only coming because they're going to be playing in Europe against the better teams, and they're going to likely be using United as a stepping stone to get that move to a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, or whoever. So, and I think that's where United need to be clever. Yes, we need to buy talent. We need to buy talented players in the summer. But I think overall, the one attribute that the player needs to have is that mentality, that winning mentality. And we need engines, especially in midfield. Like I've joked on social media about what we need in the summer. We need a Peter Schmeichel on goal, and we need 10 Park Ji-sungs. And yes, while Park Ji-sung wasn't the most gifted footballer, he had an unbelievable engine and an unbelievable attitude in terms of just never giving up. He would run the length of the pitch for 90 minutes non-stop if the manager asked him to. He'd literally run through a brick wall if Sir Alex Ferguson asked him to. And that's the type of player that we need. We need players that are going to leave 110% out on the pitch for 90 minutes every single week. It's been more evident this season that we've so many passengers in our team, just willing to coast around on the pitch, just going through the motions, and they'll, run for a little bit here and there. So I think it's more so about attitude and mentality that we need to be bringing in the summer. And look, I think Amram himself has said he knows exactly what he needs to get this team back. So he seems fully committed and he knows exactly what he wants. And just hopefully the board back him in the summer. I know the budget is going to be tight. The fact that we missed out on Champions League football next season, we're missing out on upwards of 100 million. And that's where that sale of Bruno becomes almost lucrative to the club, and possibly they could look at that and say, like, we can't turn that money down given what's happened. But yeah, look, I mean, on the flip side of no European football, it's one game a week for the entire season. Hell of a lot more time for Amram to bed in his system and his style of play, as well as having a full pre-season this summer. So there's definitely positives. While it's obviously disappointing that not to have Champions League football next season, there's definitely positives to not having it. But and look, obviously, yeah, look, United should be playing in the biggest competitions against the best teams in the world, but we're not that club at the moment. We arguably haven't been for a couple of years, and we need to get back to that. And I think until we get back to that, maybe this is the way forward, that we just concentrate on league football for a season while we're doing a rebuild. But the second half has just kicked off, and there is a change for United. Kobbie Mainoo has come on, and I believe it's for Ahmad. No. Oh, wait. There's that Ahmad over there. No, that's Ahmad. Who's gone off then? Highland is still on. Mount is there. Ahmad is there. Or was it Dorgo gone off maybe? Is Ahmad gone right wing back, I think. Okay. No. It's Diogo Dalot has gone off. That's a strange one, considering he only came on in that first half when Mazraoui got injured, but it'll be interesting. So obviously Mainoo then has gone in that 10 position instead of Ahmad, and everyone with an effort has gone fell to Bruno. It's always rising. But yeah, it's Ahmad gone to right wing back, Mainoo gone in his place, with Diogo Dalot gone off. Good run by Heaven. That's a tame effort, really. But then falls to Bruno. All that talking I did at half time, and I never had my toilet break, so I'm going to have to take one now, unfortunately. Hopefully nothing happens. I'll be as quick as I can be. Gone out for a throw there, but I'll be quick as I can. I'm back. Nothing has happened, thankfully. Sorry about that. Yeah, see the question that in the chat, what's going on? Yeah, I just kind of rambled on there for during half time, and yeah, Needed a toilet break. This is when I usually go. Let's go both Mamet into Bruno. Blocked. Out for a corner. Was that Torres, was it? With the block. Oh. I'm going to be taking. It's not Bruno taking it. Mount, I think. Yeah. Ball in. Oh, yes. Go for Highland. Or is he offside? Ah. Flag has gone up. Oh. Disappointing. Great corner. It's headed by Casemiro. Yeah, he's just off. But good instinct from Highland though. But yeah, confirmed offside. Disappointing, but look, in the right place. Just slightly unlucky. It will be interesting to see what happens with Highland this summer, because he has had a very, very disappointing season, especially compared to his first. Look, his first season wasn't prolific, but that's a great ball out to Ahmad. Bruno. At the Casemiro, dummies it. Bruno. Oh! Oh, that's some effort from Bruno. That looked close. Looked like it was always curling away from goal, but lovely little dummy from Casemiro. Touch from Bruno, and then that is close. Let's see from this angle. Here we go. Still not a great angle either, but it's not that far away. We should be well up. Ball out from Bruno. Touch from Dorgo. Dorgo, you showed too much of it. Unlucky. Good pressing from Casemiro. Well on Casemiro. That's good pressing. Well on Highland as well. And there to nick it back. No one in the box now. Take your time. Now Highland, get in the box. Highland, get in the box. No. Mount. Never go, will he? No. Soft. A soft free kick there for Villa. And on Dorgo. Alright. Oh, it's taken quickly as well. There's Ahmad down the right. Bruno's there. First time ball. The back post. Oh, unlucky Mount. Tried to square first time and just mistimed it. Sorry, you come again. Dorgo down the left. Pulls it back. Casemiro. Thinks it to the... Oh! hit the post. It's gone behind. I don't actually know if he was trying to put that in the top corner or whether he was trying to dink it to the back post for Highland to head it in. But it's a great ball. It just clips the post. How many efforts are we going to have? How many chances, like? Here we go again now. Looking at this game, it's unlucky from Casemiro. Well done though. They will cut it out again, win it back. And that's coming in on the right again. Maynard got taken out there. Got up straight away though. There's Maguire. Ball out the door, go good first touch. The ball to Mount. He won't make that. Just too much on it. It's unlucky. Yeah. We're 10 minutes into the second half. I'm just going to bring up the stats here because it'll be interesting to see how well we're actually doing. Tottenham are drawn again. It's Brighton. Brighton pulled one back. So as it stands, they're back in 17th, I think. It's a good ball into Highland. Squares it. It's no. Maino was arriving late. It's a good ball in from Highland as well, though. Well done, Maino. Highland. He put it on a plate for you. He just couldn't get it under control. Maynard did so well to nick it back of Torres. And he just dings it to him and it's just, there's no confidence or no conviction in that touch at all. Casemiro with an effort. No. Straight down the keeper's throat. There's the table looking at the moment. Yeah, so as it stands now, Tottenham have gone back behind us. We're still in 16th. But if we were to get a goal here, we'd climb all the way up to 15th. Good tackle from Dorgo. Anyway, let's have a look at the stats for this game because I don't remember. Yeah, they haven't. I was just going to say I don't remember Villa having a shot on target at all, and they haven't. They've had one shot, and I think that was the block shot from Ahmad in the first half. United have had 12 shots, 5 on target. Those 5 shots on target are not including the 2 that hit the post. This is just going to be another one of those games where we just have, that's poor back pass. Go on, Highland, all the way. Go yourself. Lacked conviction again. There's just no confidence. Like, in fairness to him, he read it well. He read that he was passing it back and it might be short. But he slowed it down. If he had just kept going with pace. Yeah, he slowed it down and allowed the defender to get back and block him off. Then he had to create space for himself again. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens to Highland this summer because, as I was saying, there again, the evidence, he's been poor. He hasn't been good enough. I think if we get 2 strikers, I can see Let's go ball in. Just header away. Villa bring it forward. But yeah, I think if we sign 2 strikers in the summer, I think Highland will go. If we sign 1, it will be Highland will be the backup. Like if it's just Liam Delap, I hope it's not, because touch my mad. But like if it's just Liam Delap that we sign as a striking option, yes, he's an improvement on Highland, but he's still a young up and coming striker moving to a massive club. And that pressure could. He seems to have the right attitude and the right mentality to be able to deal with the pressure, but it's another unknown. Whereas if you're getting, we're linked with Mateta at Palace, we're linked with Mbuemo at Brentford. They're already proven. Ball, Casemiro, straight over the bar. There's definitely some decent options out there that we're linked with. So if we get 1 or 2 of them, that's a corner. Looked like it took a deflection. Oh no, it didn't. But yeah, I think if there's just the 1 signing striker, I could see Highland staying and obviously becoming the backup, which is what he should have been when we originally signed him, in fairness to him. It was a lot to be paying. Like, we obviously overpaid for him as well. We paid £72 million for him. We're like, you're talking over 80 million euro, 85 million euro, whatever it was, for a 20-year-old striker that wasn't exactly prolific in Serie A, playing for Atalanta. So he should have been brought in with the likes of a Harry Kane. I know we all mentioned that last summer. He should have been in as a backup to someone like a Harry Kane or an Ottoman. He should never have been another chance for Villa, but it's harmless to it. But yeah, he never should have been brought in as the main striker. A 20-year-old coming to the biggest club in the world. The pressure on that straight away is absolutely immense, and if he doesn't start scoring, you saw it last season, and you've seen it even more this season. His confidence is just on the floor, and it's really, really affected his performances on the pitch. That lack in that confidence, and then the stuff you see on social media. While some of it is warranted, criticizing his performances, some of the personal stuff obviously was a bit much, but he's just, I just don't think he has what it takes. Look, it's still early days, but if he does go, it'll be another case of it'll be another Anthony, and it'll be another Elanga, where they go off to a smaller club, perhaps in a different league, and they'll flourish, and it'll be that inevitable thing of, we never should let him go, bring him back. But some players just don't suit. They're not able for the pressure of a massive club like Man United. So yeah, look, let's wait and see. Eriksen and Evans coming on. Evans obviously coming on to likely make his last appearance for United. I think he's set to retire in the summer. And Eriksen has already announced he's leaving United. His contract is up at the end of this season. So he's more or less already confirmed to be moving on. So it'd be good to see them get some minutes on the pitch. You know, like just the fact that it's in front of Old Trafford. On Villa now. Well done, Dorgo. Oh, that's a poor pass from Bruno right in the edge of the box. Gifting Villa a chance here now. Just close him down. Well done, Ahmad. Great tackle. Well done. Now get it away. Man on. Lads, get it away. Well done, Ahmad. Yeah, sloppy passes again. You just get the feeling the longer this goes on at 0-0, Villa 10 men were after creating 15 shots, 7 on target now, and no goals. You know, the story of our season. You just get the feeling the longer this goes on, this is just going to end with us conceding late on and losing again. It just that's a good ball through. Ollie Watkins is through. Looked like he was slightly off. Bain there comes out and forces him wide. Heaven is out and now the flag has gone up. Again, another one of these calls that happens about 20 seconds after he's actually offside, and he is offside. Like we saw, I think everyone saw, was it 2 weeks ago there, the Forest game, where the player was played through. I think it was Elanga was offside, and then the ball was played into the box, and Nottingham Forest player collided with the post, ended up having to be rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery, and was put into an induced coma. You know, and it was all because of that protocol where they have to leave the play develop to see if a goal comes from it. You know, before they blow the whistle for the offside call, and rightly so. They're looking at it now. They're looking to change it. And especially with that Nottingham Forest one, Anthony Elanga was about 2 yards offside. It was clear and obvious. So, but yeah, look, they definitely need to change that rule. Oh, ball in. Oh, Ireland's got his head on it, but they're hurting himself, is he? They're landing awkwardly, I think, on the shoulder. Newcastle have gone a goal down at home to Everton, which will mean Villa, despite this shocking performance and a draw, they're currently in Europe. They're getting that last European place. Well, Champions League place. Newcastle dropped down to the Europa League. Liverpool still losing. Happy days. And Johnny Evans. Good to see him on the pitch again, though, in fairness. Before he goes. Bruno, left foot shot. Again, another chance. Half chance. Decent effort. Just wide. About half, not even half yard wide. About a foot wide, I'd say. I don't know if the keeper had that covered either. No, probably not. So we're looking at the scores. Bournemouth, Leicester 0-0. City beating Fulham. West Ham beating Ipswich. Palace beating Liverpool. Obviously this game is 0-0. Everton beating Newcastle. Chelsea beating Forest. Southampton, Arsenal 1-1. Brighton are beating Tottenham. And Brentford are beating Wolves. It's a good turnaround for Brighton. To have Tottenham being a goal up. They're now 2-1 down. and comfortably finishing behind us in the league. Ooh. She's all Villa subs must be out warming up or something, because there's no one sitting on that bench. There's Dorgo. Cleared away. Bruno with the header. Well done. Back out to Bruno. Ericsson on the edge. Bruno. Another shot. Nah, that's tame. Just dragged it wide. This is just going to be... Isn't it? It's going to be one of those games where we just rue these chances that we're missing. And like, I think, in all fairness, I think for the majority of this season, we actually have played okay football. It hasn't been outstanding, but it hasn't been bad to the point that, you know, we should be in that relegation battle. There's Ahmad. It's a poor pass. Ericsson mops it up though. But you know, on a whole, there's been a lot of games where we've I don't know, stretching, but can't get it. You know, there's been games where we've played well and we've created chances, and like this one, you know, we're playing decent football. We're creating a hell of a lot of chances. That's a poor ball all the way through to the keeper. You know, we've created chances, but we just cannot put the ball in the back of the net. You know, and if we had, for a lot of the chances that we had this season, if we had better decision making in the final third and more quality up front, we'd be comfortably top 10 this season. Yes, it's still not good enough for Man United, but we wouldn't be fighting for that last safe place in the league in 17th, like, you know. I definitely think improving, like, the signings that we look to be making, like Cunha straight away is a great signing, and he instantly improves that forward line. Yeah, like, no, he's not going to be the answer to everything. He's not going to solve every problem that we have in that forward line, but it's a start. It's an instant improvement. And especially then if that looked harsh, just stronger. Good position as well, but free kick to Villa. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know. Just, yeah, look, we need more quality up front, you know, and getting Cunha in is an instant upgrade on what we have, especially if Garnacho goes. But yeah, let's wait and see. Long summer ahead. There's going to be a lot of speculation. Hopefully in the next few days after this game now we'll see Alumbe in there. Oh Jesus. Oh, the referee's blown the whistle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, dear. Just our goalkeeping troubles have come back to haunt us again. Well, I think we've gone away with it. No, I don't know if VAR can look at this. Because the referee, VAR looking at it. So the referee blew because it looked like, I think Ramsey has kicked the ball out of his hands. But looking at the replay, it looks like he didn't have control of the ball. So I think this could be given. And once again, I just said it 5 minutes ago. It's one of these games now where so VAR can't look at it. Okay, well then it's okay. So they just said there on commentary, the referee blew the whistle before the ball went in the back of the net, so VAR can't overturn it. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, that's a massive, massive let off. But it would have summed up our season. Jesus. Massive let off. Wow. United need to go win this now. Oh Jesus, Dorgo, what are you doing? About 40 yards over. Oh, I'd say Emery now could be getting a red card here. Did the linesman call it? No, linesman didn't call it. Solely on the referee. I don't know what happened there now. The referee, it looked like the referee got called over to the sideline, but they cut to the replay of the disallowed goal there, and so I don't actually know. I assume because Unai Emery was given out to the fourth official, so he probably got booked, but I have to wait for him to confirm that. It's a massive let off for United. Oh, good goal. Ahmad. That's what we need now. We just need to go off and win this. And just get that speculation out of the way. Now, look, it's not going to change it. But look, 1-0. Maybe 76 minutes. That's Bruno with the assist again. There we are. Mano tests it down the edge of the box, plays it to Bruno, takes a touch. Great ball. He's onside. First time header. Straight back across the face of the goal into the far corner. 1-0 United. Great header. Great header from Ahmad. They're showing the replay again here. So there's the whistle. Yeah. The referee blew the whistle for the free kick before the ball went into the back of the net, and that's why VAR can't overrule it. Look at Emery. Look at Leonti. Brilliant. Anyway, there's confirmation. Do you know what? I'm going to make that slightly bigger, so it's a bit more obvious. There we go. 1-0 United. Ahmad in the 76th minute. And that puts Aston Villa back down into the Europa League. And puts Newcastle back up in the Champions League. Fantastic. Oh, Oh, Bruno got taken out there. He's looking for a penalty anyway. And that's the Villa players down as that. Has Tielemans, is it? Cheetah Obi about to come on. It's clearly going to be for Highland. Good header from Maguire. Mano, good touch onto Highland. Dorgo out there. Oh, know what Dorgo did there, but good talent, Evans. Johnny Evans with a tackle. Win it back. That's a free kick. Oh, Villa's starting to lose their heads. Screaming up in the referee's face. Nah, just ran straight through the back of him. And there you have it. Here comes Cheetah Obi. It's good to see him getting a few more minutes. Ooh. Ericsson with the free kick. Oh, top of the net. Just kind of shaves the top of the bar and just lands on the roof of the net. Good effort. Yeah. TNT just confirming again. VAR couldn't intervene because the referee blew the whistle before Aaron Rodgers kicked the ball in the net, so they can't intervene and overrule it because obviously a goal hadn't been scored. Casemiro, good ball. Switched over to Dorgo. Bruno's there. Mano, bit of a heavy touch, but nah. Johnny Evans in there again. Played well since he came on. Good ball from Bruno to Mano. Oh, now get another goal and put the icing on the cake. Bruno across to Ericsson. Shot with his left foot. Oh! Good effort from Ericsson. Just a touch to the side onto his left foot. Oh, fucking hits the post as well. Oh, Jesus. That's about 4 times I think we've hit the woodwork today. Villa making a change now. And are we 7 minutes left? Villa now coming forward. Lindelof did well there. Back to being there, clears it forward. Dorgo taken out again. Touch from Shirobi. Casemiro, great ball. Great ball to Ahmad. Can he get there first? He can. Oh, he got. It's penalty. Penalty for United. Emery not happy. I'm not sure how he's given the penalty. Did he slip and catch his foot? Oh, he does. He stands on his ankle. He's kind of slipping. He's trying to stop himself and ends up... Yeah, he kind of accidentally stands on the back of his heel. He's given a penalty. Emery's on course to get sent off here, I think, with his reactions. Yeah. Okay, so I think Amram was after telling Johnny Evans to go up and tell Christian Eriksen if it's a penalty, let Eriksen take it because it's his last game, and obviously it's going to be a penalty in front of the Stretford end, but VAR reviewing it anyway. I think it's been confirmed. Yeah, and it's Eriksen to take the penalty. Oh, he better score it now. Jesus. A chance to score his first Premier League goal of the season on the last day. Eriksen to take it. Come on, Eriksen. Oh, good penalty. Straight down the middle. Well done. 2-0. Started raining now as well. And all the Villa fans leaving now. They obviously know they're not in the Champions League. Oh, it's a good penalty. Straight down the middle. Goalkeeper dives and it just tries to get his hand up, but can't get up there. And there you go. 2-0 to United. Ahmad after 76 minutes and Eriksen penalty after 87. Fantastic. United come again now. Bruno. Ball into Dorgo. It's going to be a goal kick. A few people thought it was a penalty. Pointing for a goal kick, not for a penalty. a bit better. Yeah, what are we looking at? There's Villa. Someone's United player's gone down. Ooh, good save from being there. Good block from Ericsson. Fell to Ross Barkley, but he's put it a good 10 yards over the bar. Take that. Good block by Ericsson. Okay, TNT need to get over this now. The goal wasn't given. Just get over it. And United are winning 2-0, so I know you could argue it was 0-0 at the time, but not going to have that much emphasis on the game. Ooh, looked like a sloppy back pass there from Ericsson or from Maguire, but okay. Where are we? Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, we got 8 minutes of injury time. What are we looking at now? Bournemouth 2-0 up against Leicester. There's Villa. Good block again. Johnny Evans this time. Block. Oof. Being there saved, but wasn't convincing, but he did well. He got up again and saved it again. Offside, I think. So Bournemouth 2-0 up against Leicester. City 2-0 up against Fulham. West Ham 3-1 up against Ipswich. Liverpool and Palace finished 1-1. United 2-0. Everton still beating Newcastle 1-0. Chelsea beating Nottingham Forest 1-0. Arsenal beating Southampton 2-1. Brighton are beating Tottenham 4-1. And Wolves and Brentford have finished 1-1. So, yeah. Nice little rainbow over Old Trafford there. Ball in, headed away by Villa. Bring it forward, here we go. This is play fast, and he plays it over all of them. And now for a throw. Ball from Casemiro to Bruno. Oh, and a fabulous ball out to Ahmad again. Play back to Casemiro. Oh, good touch. Bruno. Tried to dink it into Ahmad, but oh, that's gonna be a booking, I'd say. Yeah, Casemiro. Ball out to Villa. Oh, good tackle. Oh, Maguire looked like he was going to clear and then he just left it at the last second. Bayondir obviously gave him a shout, but left a bit late to. Oh, I'm going to get another one. Offside. Yeah, he was offside. Play advantage. Poor decision. And another poor ball from Villa. Give it straight back to United. Bruno gets man of the match. They have 3 minutes left of the injury time. There's Amma down the right. Dorgo. Oh, dangerous ball from Dorgo. No one there though. Villa put it behind for a corner to United. Such a dangerous ball. It just whipped in with pace. Ericsson to take the corner. The corner in. Oh, it's Johnny Evans with the header as well. Saved by the keeper, I think. Oh, it's a fabulous header. Ooh. Good save by the keeper. Still chance for another one here. And a short Ericsson back to Bruno. Cheetah Obi. Oh, nah, not that close. A header from Cheetah Obi. Just wide. Minute to go. That should be it. From Villa. Coming forward. Good ball. Good feed from Watkins. Goes down from Casemiro. Away by Evans. See if we can get a third. Get Cheetah Obi a goal. Bruno. Managed to get to the Ahmed. Maynard's offside. Yeah. That'll be it, I'd say. I say that'll be the game. Yeah, that's it. Game over. United end the season with a 2-0 victory over Aston Villa. Looked like it was going to be one of those games that just, yet again, not taking our chances, couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, but stuck at it. And we managed to get the job done. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the season. Disappointing, but massive summer coming up, and there's a lot of players there need to go and move on, and hopefully we get the players in. Ruben Amorim gets the players that he wants. He gets the backing from the board in terms of finances, and he's able to get in the players that he wants, and they can get out the players that he doesn't want and get good deals for him, and get some of those high wages off the board. But yeah, look, thanks a million everyone for watching, and thanks to everyone for subscribing to the channel and kind of joining me on the channel over the last year. Obviously, this is first season now doing the channel. So thanks a million to everyone for coming along and being part of it. I appreciate every single one of you. And yeah, smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Obviously, look, there's a big summer ahead, so you know, we'll probably do some videos over the summer in terms of when signings are made, and obviously then looking at pre-season and stuff. But yeah, I know many of you know I ran a competition at the start of the season. We done a fancy football, and the winner would win a retro jersey of their choice, courtesy of the retro kit. So I will, once all the points and stuff are tallied up this evening, I will do a video tomorrow announcing who the winner is. So keep an eye out for that. If you were in that if you were part of the fancy football team, keep an eye on that video. And yeah, listen, and again, thanks a million for everyone over the season, and hopefully we get a good summer and we start the new season strong, and we start to see United winning some games again. It would be nice. It would be nice. But look, yeah, bit of a whimper to the end of the season. Disappointing most of the way through. Obviously, our European exploits kind of helped us kind of enjoy watching United at times, even though it was frustrating as hell. But yeah, thanks a million to everyone. Smash a like on the video before you go. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks a million for your support over the season. And yeah, we will catch you later.